Greetings. Welcome again to the Yang Style Long Form class with Michael Gilman and friends. This week starts a new chapter in our lessons. We're going to be starting chapter number 2 this week, or what we call section number 2. This is the most exciting of all the sections. We have lots of balance, foot kicks, and very interesting movements. So don't be scared. It's a lot of fun. And by the time we get to the foot kick section, you'll be ready. All right. And we'll do exercises to prepare ourselves. And kicking is fun. Okay. I hope you enjoyed last week's sort of aerobic explanation of the movements. As we get on into the second section, we'll be doing that again with the second section movements. And also as we get into the third section movements. So I guess that's about it for the moment. So let's warm up, shall we? So shake. Nice and loose and free, right? Feet solidly on the ground. Nice and open. Shake. Shoulders shake. Leg shake. Other leg shake. Good. Turn the waist. Rolling down. Rolling up. Okay, Wu Chi, feet shoulder width, knees soft, pelvis slightly tucked under, top of the head lifting, chin slightly tucked under, shoulders and upper ribs suspended from above. Breathing in and out through the nose, directing the breath to the lower belly. Take a breath. Feel the energy. Look inside at the energy. Listen to the energy. All right, let's do, for a warm-up, let's do a Qigong exercise that was one of my teacher, Master Choi's favorites. He liked this one. So, very simple. The fingers interlace. You lift the hands up the center line till they get to the upper chest level. The palms turn over and you press down. When the hands are all the way down, the arms come up, stretching upward, look upward. Then the hands come apart and you gather the energy back down to the center. Okay, let's do that 3 times, and I'll tell you how the breath coordinates. 1, inhale. 2, exhale. 3. Inhale. 4. Exhale. Now, if your breath doesn't go along with my breath, well, just do it. Breathe as many times as you need to breathe to do this exercise, all right? That's sort of the ideal. You can do it faster. If say you have less breath, now this is an illustration, you could do it. Now what will happen if you breathe faster like that, you'll charge yourself up, you'll get energized. Whereas if you breathe slower, you will be much more relaxed. It's more of a relaxing exercise, all right? So let's go again. So I actually squat down a little bit and gather, inhale, exhale. I squat at this point. Then coming up, inhale, and exhale. Squatting down, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time, we'll do it. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Stand for a moment. Close your eyes and listen for the furthest sound you can hear. Good. Relaxing. Shou Gong, gather the energy. Those of you who enjoy this Qigong part of the movement, on Wednesday night at 5 to 6 at the studio on Cherry and L Street, we have a drop-in Qigong class that anybody can come to. And we do exercises like this, more variation, and we do it for an hour. So if you enjoy this, that would be a good thing for you to do. You don't need any special anything. Just show up to the studio on Wednesdays from 5 to 6. Okay? Don't forget Saturday mornings. We also do some Qigong on Saturday mornings, and I think you will enjoy that. Down at Chetsamoka Park, 9 to 11 or 12. As the summer comes along, we tend to spend a little more time there. All right, so here we go into the second section, and I would like to call in our special guest, if I may. This week, I would like to welcome our dear friend, Johnny Boy Considine. And Johnny Boy was a snowbird, but has since gotten his nest, rid of his nest, and so he's not going to be a snowbird anymore. He'll be a full-time resident. We're all very happy to hear about that. And John, of course, almost everybody in town knows John. He's a famous actor and writer from Hollywood, and so I have to be very careful that he doesn't usurp my standing forward position here. He's promised to stand in the back a little bit. Okay, so we're going to do the second section. We're just going to start right off on it, and we're not going to review the first section. You have those last week, the energetic review, and the week before. So we're just going to go right on into the second section. And let me demonstrate just a moment what we're going to do. So if John, you could just kind of hang out for a second, John. And so this was our ending. Let me go back and do the ending of the first section, cross hands. Now this is, so we've kept our weight down the entire time. This, we now stand up for cross hands. There's only 2 times during the form where we stand up, and this is one of them. We then sink back down on the left foot and open towards our right side. We step out, brush the knee, and push. We then roll back, press forward, and push. Now you can see that this is called carry tiger to mountain, carry tiger to mountain. And it's really what it is brush knee. It's a right brush knee. Okay? So you're sinking, opening, just the same as the same kind of brushing we were doing, brushing the knee and pushing. And then we're going to repeat roll back, press forward, and push. And I'll explain to you, we're coming from a little different place than we came to before we started roll back up here, after right push upward. Now the hand is down, so it comes up first, but other than that, it's exactly the same movements. All right, so if John, come in. So let's demonstrate, we'll demonstrate the practical application of this. Now this brush knee is going to be different than the other brush knees that we've done. The other brush knees that we did were defenses against punches. So if John were punching me with this hand towards the nose, remember we brushed and then pushed. That would be left brush knee. He came in, brush and push. Good. This time, John the coward is attacking me from my right side. You see, he doesn't want to face me directly on, even though he is a big fellow. Those of you who are following along on the website, on the web course, John has played quite a role and quite a part in all of the web lessons. And I'm actually, this week, I'm going to be finishing up 108 movements on the web, www.gilmanstudio.com, online classes, and that follows right along with what we're doing here. So do look those up too, and you'll see John will be coming along soon. Okay, so following cross hands, John is going to kick around with his left foot into... See? I told you he was a coward. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm talking to you, and here he comes up and kicks me around the back. Okay, so as he goes to kick, I step in and grab him. And then, of course, you see how off balance he is now, and then I just push him off balance. Now, this is our first, I think this is our first defense against a kick, I believe. Now, in most of the martial arts, when somebody is kicking, if John goes to kick me, the tendency is either to brace yourself, and then all of the force will go into this tight structure, and it will just make it worse. Or they'll try to run away as he kicks, and still you maybe are going to catch it. So in Tai Chi, what we do is when the kick comes in, you see, I step inside. So even if the kick were to hit me, it wouldn't be the force. You see, if we come around this side, so turn this away, you see, and if he goes to kick me, see, I step inside, the force isn't going to get me. You see, so in this movement, when he goes to kick me, I step in and grab his leg, you see. Now he's very off balance, and then I could pull this, and if I pulled this and pushed him at the same time, he would definitely fall down with a thud. So in the Tai Chi, we generally step inside for most of the foot kicks. Okay, so once again, so I'm here. Okay, this is something that's always very interesting in the form, is that the form is slightly different than the applications. You know, when we do our Tai Chi form, it's not exactly as we would be doing it in the applications. There's some different changes. For instance, I'm coming from here, but generally speaking, I would be sort of like facing John when he was a kick. It probably wouldn't be coming from here. So what we're going to do is from here, I'm going to make a little, just release myself. So here I am in center position. You remember center position? So I'm in center position. Now as he kicks, I step in, brush the knee, and follow with a push. Okay, now once again, now watch this. First, I come basically into center position, block, and push. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do the foot movements first, shall we? And in the form at home, they'll be following us along like this. So let's face this direction first. And we're at cross hands. The first part is sink the weight on the left foot and pivot the right toe slightly out. Then we're going to step to the right, the same direction we did for right push upward, slightly to the right of straight towards that the right wall. And then we're going to shift the weight, and at the end, just like we did at right push upward, we're going to turn in the back toe. Okay, just the foot movements by themselves. Lower the weight onto the left foot. Now it might not look like it's on the left foot, but it is much more on the left than on the right. Then pivot the body. You really have to maintain your balance, sink your weight onto this left foot as you step out the right foot to the right. Then shift the weight forward, and at the end turn in the back toe, just like we did, pivot in on the heel. Okay, once again, foot movement. Right now we're balanced, pretty well balanced. We drop the weight into the left foot. Turning the torso, pivot on the toe. Step out, touch your heel down, shift forward, and turn in the back toe. All right, very good. We'll do it facing you just so you can see how the front moves. Sinking to the left foot. Turning the torso, pivot on the toe. Step and shift. Yeah, it's easy to lose your balance when you're thinking about other things, right? Now, there's one point that we're vulnerable and that's a little tricky. Now, it's this point right here. We drop, pivot. Now, watch this left foot. Now, you can relax, John, if you want. Now, the tendency is when you step to let this happen. See, that the weight starts moving and this hip and leg collapses. That doesn't look very good, does it? It doesn't feel very good. So when you step, you must think about making this left leg even more solid, dropping and sinking your weight deeper into it, then keeping the knee out in line with the toe. So when you step, you have to practice stepping slowly. All right? Okay, let's do this. Let's do this again. We'll do this from the front one more time, just the feet. Down, shift, step, and shift. Okay, very good. The hands, I think the hands are very simple. Let's just do the hands. All right. Well, hands and feet. Yeah, hands and feet. As we sink, the right hand starts to drop a little bit. The left hand stays up by the shoulder and rotates to face palm downward, like in center position. The right hand has dropped down slightly. When you step, you brush the knee. The hand comes down, pivoting at the elbow, brushing the knee, and it's straight at that point. And then finally, you're going to push with the left hand. Yeah. With his back, it's hard. Look, let's do it this way. With your back turned, it's still difficult to see these things. Sink, open. The right hand is dropping slightly, coming with your body. The left hand just sort of relaxing by the shoulder. As you step, you brush the knee. Palm faces slightly out, but not too much. You don't want to create too much tension. Even though I'm kind of catching or blocking here, it's not quite straight all the way down, just facing out a little bit. Then, shifting. Now, remember we talked about setting the wrist here. As you push, the right hand wrist sets and the left hand pushes outward. It ends up covering half of your body, as on the left side at about just upper chest level. The other hand is in front of the thigh with the wrist setting back. Okay. Okay, again. So let's do it this way. Open. Step. Push. Again, you do it facing that way, and I'll do it the same way you do, right? And I'll do it this way. So you at home are following John's body movement, and you can watch my hands as we do this. Sinking, opening, step, brush, and push. Once again. Sink, open, step, brush, and push. Okay. Once more from the back. Sink, open, step, brush, and push. Now we're going to repeat roll back, press forward, and push. To start roll back, bring the right hand up, just like you did for right push upward. Then roll back. Press forward and push. Right. From carry tiger to mountain. Roll back. Press forward. Push. From carry tiger to mountain. So notice that the left hand is going to rotate and twist as it comes to the waist. The right hand is going to come up and follow. Press and push. Now, let's say John has grabbed my hand from this, he grabs me with this hand. He grabs me, you see, and this hand is down. So, as this pulls back, you see, he's coming in, and this hand comes up to attach to his elbow. So at this point, I could knock him off, but then, I have problems. Or here, I just stick to him. See, he's all twisted. Stick. Then I press him, bam, out of bounds, and then we do push and all of that. Okay? So that you see the thing as he grabs me, when the hand's down, my torso starts turning first. The torso turns, the left hand starts, and then the right hand comes up. It doesn't have to come up first. It's coming up as the body is going back. Okay, so without John. Oh. Oh. Up. 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 Press. Down. Push. All right, so let's put all this together. We'll do it facing them. First, carry tiger to mountain. Open, step, brush, and push. Roll back, press, and push. Good. Again, we'll face our back to the camera. Carry tiger to mountain. Step in, brush, and push. Roll back. Press forward and push. All right, I think that feels good. I think we covered that pretty well. All right, the next movement that I want to add in is one of, you could stay here, John. It's one of the most intriguing, interesting, and largest movements in our form. So it's called fist under elbow. Fist under elbow. It's a big movement. We're going to be actually kind of spinning around, it looks like. We'll be stepping around something. And it's a very interesting and fun movement. So I hope that you enjoy it. So let's start working on it. Okay? Now let me demonstrate it first, and then we'll look at the application. So from push, we come back like we did for single whip. We turn the body like we did for single whip. Then we come into center position. At this point, John comes in. I step around. Continue stepping around. Make a fist and bring it under the elbow. Dingbo stance on heel. Okay, watch this again. This is fun. Turn, center. Step, step, and up. Very good. Fist under elbow. And it's called under elbow because it's not under elbow on this plane, it's under elbow on the horizontal plane, but not the vertical. This is in front of the fist, in front of the belly. The left hand's going to end up in line with the left leg, and you'll see all of this in a minute. Fist under elbow. Now, can you possibly imagine what this application is? Hard to imagine. This is a tricky kind of movement. Okay, so let me demonstrate. John, let me see the best angle we can do this. Let's see. Okay, we'll try it from here. So John is coming from the diagonal here, and he's going to be coming in with his left side. Okay, so you just stay there for a second. So basically, I've come from push, I come back, and I come into center. So basically, here I am in center position. He is off to my left diagonal, and I'm in my center. Now, as he punches, here, what I'm going to do is A, neutralize it. Huh? Okay. Now you can see that this closes John up. This movement closes him up. So what I'm going to do then, as I close him up, is I'm going to then step around behind him. Okay? This is the best place to be in relation to John. As he comes in, I step behind him. This is joining, sticking, and leading. 3 great skills of Tai Chi. Join, stick, and lead. When he comes in, if he goes in slow, here's join. Now I'm stuck to him, right? His energy, as his energy is going, I'm sticking, just like we had Velcro or something, I'm sticking, and I'm leading him. Because I'm sticking to him, he's quite comfortable there, and as I move around, I lead him further than he wants to go. You see? Okay, so once again, as he comes in, join, stick, lead, and step around. And now at this point, I have my weight on my right foot. John is all closed up. He's sort of uncomfortably leaning forward, you see? So his natural tendency is to want to retreat, right? He wants to try and get out of this trap. So I have a lot of options here. One of the things is as he goes back, you see, as he goes back, I just follow him back. You see? And as I follow him back, you can see this, my left knee can come up and kick, my toe can kick, I can kick him in the front, I can knee him here, and I just follow him up, and this can help him go backward. Here's another possibility. As he retreats, you see, I step behind him with this foot. As I step behind him, I then push him over my leg. You see? Another one is I grab him here. You see, when I come around, you see, pull him this way, and as he tries to retreat, you see, we throw him back over the leg. I can grab his shirt and pull him here. We can punch into the center. His poor face, you see, he's suffering here. Okay, so again, he punches in. We neutralize, step around. Generally, the most common is sort of to grab, and we come up here and poke with the fingers, poke him, and pull at the same time. Okay, we've wrinkled his shirt. Okay, so now watch once again, so just watch just a second as we do this. I come back to center. Now, first thing is as the punch comes in, I start to step around, joining. This is going to feel a little funny. This is what we call a T-step. See, it looks like a T. It's the way in the martial arts that we make turning movements. We step down at a right angle to the forward, to the my right foot. My left foot is now at a right angle. You can see this. There's a little bit of distance here in between the heels. You don't want to cross in front of your foot because you could maybe get yourself messed up here. And basically what's happening is I'm turning around. Now in classes what we just walk in a little circle. Now if you walk in a circle to the left, and you don't think about it, if you walk around a circle, everybody, when we do this in class, the funniest things come up. Nothing natural, hardly. The natural way to do this, when you step, if you were, is you lift the left foot up and you step down, then you bring the right foot around. You lift the left foot up, step, and around. Step and around. Step and around. That's sort of the most natural way. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be stepping around somebody else. So now watch the foot movement here. Back, turn in, shift, and pivot. Now, step. The weight then automatically and quickly shifts onto that foot. We step out the right foot, shift the weight onto the right foot, and finally Dingbo stance on heel. Okay, so let's call John. Let's come on back in here, John, and let's work on this foot movement, shall we? This is a little tricky. So, for you at home, we've just finished push, and this is the proper direction. So let's just do the foot movement. Okay, we can really pay attention to this foot movement. So right now we're facing slightly to the right of the right wall, your right side, slightly more to the right. Okay, so shift the weight straight back. Turning the waist, turn in the right toe to 45. Now remember, when we did single whip, we turned it all the way in what we call 90-degree angle, or straight towards this wall. We're going to make it a little easier this time. We're going to shift straight back, turn only to 45. Then shift your weight to the right foot and let go of the left heel and pivot. So now you're basically Dingbo stance on toe, facing straight towards this wall. Next, we're going to lift the left foot up and replace it down at a right angle. It's about in line with the right toe and about the heel. So the heels are about in line, and this foot's in line about with the toe. Good. Shift the weight and roll up onto, this is the kind of tricky spot when you're doing it so slowly, because you have to balance. So you roll up onto this foot. Then step out with the right foot. The heel ends up about in line with the toe, and the toe is headed at what we call 45-degree angle, or towards the corner. You then shift the weight onto the right foot and roll up the left, and finally do Dingbo stance on heel towards your new direction, which is going to be straight to the left of your original direction. Okay. Now this is hard to do slowly, and stopping. So we'll walk through it a little bit more easily. Shift back and turn in the toe to 45. Shift right. Step, step, and Dingbo on heel. Now, again. Back, turn 45, shift, pivot, step, step, Dingbo on heel. Okay, again. The foot movement, as always, is sort of the hardest part to do, right? Shift back, turn to the corner, 45. Shift, pivot. Body faces straight ahead. Step out. The body now faces a little bit to the left. Shift, step towards the corner, and finally Dingbo stance on heel. Okay. Now let's put in the hand movements with this. Okay. Let's count this. This is one of those movements that works for counting, because there's so many parts to it that we want to make sure there's a corresponding hand movement to each part, and it works to do them together. Okay. So 1, shift back, the arms lengthen. 2, turn to 45, bringing the hands with you. And 3, bring the left hand underneath the right. Okay, again. 1, 2, 3. Can you do that again? You do it in that same direction, and I'll do it this way. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, let's add in 4. 1, 2, 3. Now, 4 is the most interesting. As you replace the left foot, the right hand drops straight down and the left hand comes up. Again, up and down. Again, you do it that way and I'll do it this way. Okay, up and down. And back, up and down. And back, up and down. So basically here I'm joining with John's energy with my left hand. The right hand is coming down to balance it. It's kind of pressing slightly downward. Up and down. And back. Now make sure you sink the weight deeper into the right foot. You're not stepping onto, even though you're opening up this left side, you're not putting any weight on that left foot yet. Up and down. Up and down. Okay, good. Let's do this from first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 5 is easy. 5 is opening, 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 opening. Very natural. It's just part of like spinning around. The left hand is going to continue in the direction it's going, and the right hand is going to come up. 5. This is a good one to do in our sort of aerobic, in the aerobic way as we do it. 5. 5. Okay, so let's go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, it's important that when you step for 5, John, that now watch this. Watch the foot movement again. Here. That you're stepping ahead. That this heel clears this toe. You want to be careful not to step kind of back here, but you're stepping ahead because you're walking around and you're trying to get behind the person. So you want to make sure you're stepping ahead. Right? Okay? So, once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now all the weight goes onto the left foot. And now this very open part of this movement. It's almost like we're flying. Okay, again. So you do it this way and I'll do it this way. The other foot to forward. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4, 5. Now the last part, 6, is pretty interesting. 6 is, I'll do it facing you. Here's 5. 6 is make a fist. The left hand's going to come down and out. Out. Make a fist and up. This whole, the right side is pulling and in, and the left side is advancing. Fist under elbow. Okay, once again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fist under elbow. Good. Again. Let's do it facing this way. Yeah, you too. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, once again, let's do the application once again, and you can see maybe now that you've kind of worked through the movement a little bit, you'll be able to understand it. So, 1, 2, 3, I'm in center position. 4, join. 5, step around. 6, pull and poke. Now this could be kicking down to him. I could be kicking to his knee, collapsing him. A lot of different possibilities there. All right? This is an interesting movement, isn't it? It's a big movement. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3. Join, lead, step around, and fist under elbow. All righty. Let's put these two together let's go all the way from cross hands. We'll do carry tiger to mountain, roll back, press forward and push, and fist under elbow. So, okay, we'll go from here. It's warm in here, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sinking, open. Step in, grab, and carry tiger to mountain. Roll back. Press forward and push. Fist under elbow. Turn. Center. Join, stick, lead step, grab, and up. Okay, again, let's do it facing the front. Carry tiger to mountain. Sink, open, step, brush, and push. Roll back. Press forward. And push. Fist under elbow. Turn to 45. Come center. Join, stick, lead, step, around, grab, fist under elbow. Very nice. Once again, let's go
back and forward.
Okay, which one do you want to do? Okay, you do. You face that way. All right. Okay, this will be poetry in motion. We'll see how this works out. And if you back up just a little bit, we'll be on a slightly different plane. Okay, watch this, ladies and gentlemen, home. Okay, open, step, brush, and push. Roll back, press forward, and push. Fist under elbow. Come back, turn, come center. Join, stick, lead, step around, and up. Very nice. Very good. Okay. I don't think we'll add in the next movement. Let me just demonstrate the next movement that we're going to do next time because it's kind of fun. Let me go from, I'll do this following the regular direction. Carry tiger to mountain. roll back, press forward, and push. Fist under elbow. Next movement is called step back and repulse monkey. So this time we're going to do what's called retreat step or stepping backward, which we haven't done yet. And we repeat it 3 times. There's 1, 2, 3. So that's we make a lot of distance going the other direction. So in Tai Chi we go forward and backward and forward and backward. So we're going to be stepping backward. Okay, so I think that with our time remaining, we will, I think we even have time, let's go from the very beginning. Okay, so yeah, sure, you come in too, all right? So let's go from the very beginning, from come this way. You guys following me all right? I'm back, come in close. Yeah, come in, come over. Oh, sorry, pretty close. Okay, here we go, from the beginning. Light and easy. Commencement of Tai Chi Chuan. Ward off left. Right push upward. Roll back. Press forward. And push. Single whip. So now you know a different one. You might get a little confused here, but remember, go all the way to 90. Single whip. Raise hands. Stork spreads its wings. Left brush knee. Play the fiddle. Left brush knee. Right brush knee. Left brush knee. Play the fiddle. Left brush knee. Step up, parry and punch. Parent close up. Or withdraw and push. Cross hands. Carry tiger to mountain. Roll back. Press forward. And push. Fist under elbow. All right, well, that's a workout, isn't it? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, wow, we're starting to get a lot of movements and a lot of movement forward and backward. So, this is going to take some, we'll be working again on this next week refining these movements and adding in repulse the monkey and see how we go. All right? So I guess what we'll do is I'll go from the beginning one more time, and you follow along, and we'll just fade out when we're done with our time. So thank you once again for coming together with us, and we appreciate your viewing. All right? Thank you. I think I better start down here a bit. Commencement of Tai Chi Chuan. Ward off left. Right push upward. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Raise hands. Stork spreads its wings. Left brush knee. Play the fiddle. Left brush knee. Right brush knee. Left brush knee. Play the fiddle. Left brush knee. Step up parry and punch. Withdraw and push. Cross hands. Carry tiger to mountain. Roll back. Press forward. Push. Fist under elbow. Step back and repulse monkey. Slanting.